Abisianfo ye da mo asese mo atwan ya me adan ye ho akwaba na afi ye de Ghana nkomo no ebremu se ye de Ghana nkomo no ebremu ama mini kan na me na tribe said ase said ye da ne da osiesie miti ho ema me na wonso ye awakọ tribe said ho na wonso akwa ama osiesie uti ho ama enti mpacho me salt and pepper eno ahwe ne ma ye ne center part ne ma ye ne side part me da me ho ankasa echese mani age ho aye me fe pa na if we tribe said it may come for my own so I said tribe said was painters by Chuna okwa obeyama wa ntumi ankokra je wo number no na frɛ wo mo so emi ben na mo ho na me nso me pese me ye me de me pɛ straight and short to say ya de no me pɛ body wave me pɛ Peruvian hair me pɛ Bohemian hair me pɛ water curls de wu pɛ bia tribe said ebeye e de amount frɛ wo no 020 0099593 020 ne cha kwane so the sphincters bachuna na eho ultra papa's pizza abronsan ne totomi ensano na wafro akosho ma me teacher a o kire me greetings ewo peace drive time so King David say ene nadamfo toro ene wawoda enti ma happy birthday toro baby I will be nyame onye wakoma so ade nyina emfa emma King David yawo despite media ha ene ma happy birthday sada ena founder Emma die hard fans of Daddy Lumba nidini we nanamu akwa amfedin yamba okay enti die hard fans of Daddy Lumba se na ye wawoda na nipa no nidin ama oye president and oye member nanamu akwa ema happy birthday why okay afi yenkoye nimu na ekwan nimu atene die na yenhwe na se akromfo no kanya wo mo kakra no omo ka se mema ni ha oba woni be ma na ebu ni yi achia na posi se ye ma wo mo bre ene enkrata ne dia ba ye se achimota forest robbery gang leader bi pa enu na e red devil adedempo hode no ene die yi die onu ni di no kra mepe no maka anche onu nso ni nickname no enya asem ketoa se asem no wo munya sha ase sa edin a ye de ma no wasesa no na utie di ne nso anu wo se ne ho se te sa ampa dia enu nso de ehia wan hwe bi so na eja sesesi wo suspect innocent until proven guilty nti wan hwe na wakoka no akonya ansem ni di ne frɛ no anopa nka we kura de anopa de nkaye ye man Shadrack Boache no se anopa 24-year-old man yesese de wo tu nkrofo ani no enya asem keto posi ensa akano abonfo sembia mo gang leader hwan na suma mo anopa na suma ye anopa ne hwan ye nyano ne de posi ache no na enye anopa nko a ya che no na ye de generally no ebasa ema posi kosane ne se ema omanfo no enya ahotoso bi ema omanfo no nya arehemu bi afi ebre hu ase ema omanfo no ehu se oh posi ye in charge na ebambo nsem no wo mo ekremu mampani nura ya kenkan no enti wonso ma ho kwan ne kenkan wo afutu a wode ma ya ne daily statesman edba say let's all get counted. President urges all residents to cooperate with census officials. Amanfo ahase na questions ne doso ade no kita tablet enti ye ne pa and I said ye be ya ye behu nyese ye dodo ne nko akeke ye musei na ye mpani ye musei na ye nkwada sen na ye ma sen na ye mema sen na wosum we mu sen na awade sen na ye kunafo enti sen kan papa mu a abansi o me ye social intervention bi akunafo mu amuni mema no mumra na menhwe mu a no hu se o wo mu dodo ye sei wotumi atwa ho budget na odi aboa enti kosane wo ho no dum na boa na yentumi nya no nti anopa ye bekoso ani edi ho nkomo na mo mo kenkan no so wo ma hyase na adwuma na eden ye sika no se esha ene ho nsensem se wo mo anye ni yi a data na ebeba abonten no sa anye yi a de edi be ye bia no sinto bebem nti ebedi ho nkomo ne ahwe aboa ama yetumi aye ne yie na afenu a obi asem o se kotokone has yabo awie yakọ weekend yaba sisi a assemba ko da yenim ye judgment date enti $170 million judgment debt, threat of prosecution over it. NDC executives breaks out or executives so they break out in a cold sweat. Sana nenkrata and the Bible say age ne MPs bi esese wo mukra begina mira no anim se age di kan eyi asitire se oh ono kra no pese wo ye enhwehwemu investigation hwe se edi kan wan na nam ne nsa so a contract nyina ba ye wan na anya na adwuma yi afedie ya no any sa international arbitration hono no nkrata no foforo nso se hwe sa GPGC contract ne se ye ntwamu a enkaka ye bebo no ye 55,800,000 into 55 million and 170 million montitim film we na ye nhwe de nkebe boa ye ne. Honorable Daniel Nikwate Titus Glover, a former MP Tema East and a former Deputy Minister of Transport Watnase. Papa di muhu na che papa. Se mu kaya Santi Bruni wako waba me akora mafeno ni woba mi si samaya befie. Enti eye kane Asante Mantemu Regional Secretary ma NDC, Deputy Youth and Sports, Deputy Regional Minister, former deputy sa Owura Joseph Yamin, and so e wo fie hande. And I hear train say LPG National Organizer, Liberal Party of Ghana, and so omo national organizer Owura Yaw Asani Tano, and so you evidence so beba no aba be kan wonya ma ye die ye be hye nkomo no ase ye woso na no abrante na ye bono mrane ana na hotedi ye kaka ya oye fix the country campaigners ni bi no a ye se adwira wo mo abono ama afi wo kwa yaresa bia wafiri mu a eni tie nura na ama adwira ye beja no ye ne posi ebedi ho nkomo na yape update said the CTV say yesi amanfo ni abre na ebi nso adwalai e wo honum ti ye nya ebedi sa nkomo no awura no mema mo akwa aba na ye sisi a wai enu kra siambong na enu ye wa dagare wo ti dagare no menti onso me dagare abusiafo oh masemo oh omuye ni papa me papa no kra o ye hini wo ho ye friend no da na ye friend no ken nyanuba ono ye hini wo baby de chirpon e wo wa ho baby me nua na ye friend Irene Mfazi wo koye ne masters wo Michigan wo mai wo ba me kofi na makocha marriage na ne me boys ni nyina enti e hoboko one time ko ukrum e yakọ ko kasina Asante Broni wo kwa bro chire mu a wakoye kes wo ayefe medas nam ka so ne ya aka medas mintimi ni UTV nyaka na fe ye hu kra na o hye bibi na de me take kakra na but opposition e de wo ayefe pa mintimi nye de anana na what's opposition nye de opposition look fresh opposition bi wo a but not under Nanado. Oh, sir. And so now looking fresh. Nyami adom. Okay. Adom. It has nothing to do. Okay, so adom so are any award in here. Adom wampa. It has nothing to do with Nanado. Oh, some man can Nanado. Me see opposition here there. This opposition here under somebody. Hey. There be opposition there. So your opposition under former President Mahama. Say opposition. Under a government. Okay. So because there's a government and there are and 2% who the opposition place the opposition under a government. Why don't you place it under the opposition leader? No, it means placing under the leader of the opposition. Great. But it's good to see you. It's good to see you and have you back. We call you the honorable Anna Wechia. Tiene wa be. Semi krum no di no. Unfortunately. Na me wo ho na ye install no ase wow antu fikasina sankana ana kasina na kana na do sa kasina
in the Upper East region.
Okay, na Sankana Upper West.
Upper West in the Nadoli district.
And you won't see a besi hene.
Say me ye hene that anti.
Oh sir, minimo.
See any yes in hene.
Muna mo si ne hene.
Mo
to be a man. Much and mama ne kakra wo. Okay. Ye de nyame asi you ebusuafo said ye na me bo mama ne no. Nyame adomo a LPG National Organizer and so aba betinase owura yaw asanita no oye Liberal Party of Ghana National Organizer. Ezo yi pebre na de wa fa hu fita pa and the president ama DC.
Oh, sanka be me de pa.
Hey, so me say hwe na chechire party yo. Na say dey na open DC ya di wan hwe ya ye beto on
party ne de ade bia ya yire ho pa say
okay.
E be chechire party a e be not just third force but a first force in this country to ensure say akaka bensem a NDC ne people adi we so saa no e be yi o mo sin na LPG yaba abetuto o man yi
ye de nyame asempa ya na ye bo se enye manum na mo jijajja.
Oh, and the emre so ayi be hu
agro ni from
all
okay nti na I has folk na kotoko buti me mama on to bada Dr. Okubuato say ya adey eno na mdijiji menu mamfa bi nyiji meni sa yo ene mama ya hye nkomo na se eno population and housing census a national exercise ebeboa ye nyina nti yemfa no emfiti ase na enura yakọ kan mampani government statistician na ankasa eno woni mampani kwotena ase obisebisa na nkrata nanim eda ho na kosan ahodo a wo mu bisa ene amanfo consensus a eba sesie yi no ye behwe ne yetu amanfo fa na ye behye omunkran ana ye wo futu sembi nso a ye de ebema GSS na omo de ye fiti ase fufu ya omo de atumi a jase a se enkane nyina beboa nti minhya se mfi obroni evise ona odi kan ba ha betena ase kane
to ye
first come first
enye fi awa fi mintina o sha ase
there be first come first
but yes ma menchia ya hwefo titiru ne His Excellency John Dramani Mahama the incoming president 2025 Ghana's savior. And the NDC for more. Yeah, the call by the president, I'm saying, is in the right direction, and it looks like a new Kwana put us a call with. And the former president, John Dramani Mahama, also took the turn to also advise Ghana for say, and shame. Of course, we need to know the real figures. What your mind.
Okay.
Yeah, projections. We our figure 20 million Ghanaians. If we say 30 million Ghanaians, so at this time, it is right for us to all avail ourselves to be counted. But the consensus is that questions are able busano. Binum busa say we should know questions cry able busane, and that. Ha drink kakra in the process. It is OTA Staska service commissioner and as a boss and Rai was advising even to the extent that say we impede or more there's even prosecution that can be brought against you. It will be a makwima the intimidating. But I asked the question, say, and think why and say a be a bit me outline specific questions be a likely say omo ba ombeden omo ebebusa so that Ghana for a bit me our first hand information as to say Mishia of course obebusa these questions and go beyond these questions and as to say questions no crown so no me de ma answers name no right say me de ma to the person that is coming. If it's a community, my youth will be bisa.
Kabema. So many kind of questions. Ni na me tuja.
Go census. So probably your bar we want to find out if you know who is the head of the
household.
Him fana free. Obetna wache. These kind of questions, no. People are agitating because omunim what they will be asked, and the answers they are also going to provide. Because they are now a very good answer. Census nankasa no fa so bi anye dey. Emaso.
Okay.
So when you go in there, na nipa na wo fie no no aware of probably questions, likely questions are ye ba be busaw. Now what prepare yourself. Say unni hokra no a, because for instance me fie, I'm the head of my family.
Okay.
Me fie. E bia no mbekwa akwakoto me ba wo efie because me ba wo JSS.
Okay.
And na omo amakwan. So o fie. So the likelihood that omo come fie and na me yire ni ho. Me akasa me ni ho. Me ba na ho.
Okay.
So se ka me ba ni nim the possible questions are ye be busa. Obetumi agina in our name. No wetumi answer questions no so well that census ni no ebeye na adwuma wi akọ without any inaccurate information.
Enye se me ya no amomo but omo se omo ba na uni ho a enu aye nkomodiem no bi su bisa ase na omo so ti se ya fifie obekọ anaje bekọ na omo so omo ba na uni ho a omo ja call card then questions ni dia I mean the questions they will ask no over 120 questions no and then I'm a bobi so I think that it be too personal and confidential say o ban to me ya no wa worry ejai say wa worry o kwan ben so nkramumu efie die ye mi ofie me ne be ma ne ti I say mpena worry ne sa ne ama no ni nyina no gise wan kasa
say anything na make say at least they say we are privy to the questionnaire. Say if so open me free fee, I know say be me free fee for 3 or 4 days.
Okay.
I can outline these answers no to whoever will be around.
Okay.
Say me bana umni
bana mi wa
emfa enship.
Nti ombe bisa no aka so enya me na me ye head no. Na head ni ye hwan head ni ya asimesi.
So these questions they are personal no. You answer them. But say census ni be wie na yenya the accurate answers a bit defeated the purpose of the census in the first place.
Okay.
Then the nipa no a omo ba be busa questions no. When they come and nipa ni ho no no say a jack call card. People are asking obi kra no busa say mo ba mema miska in asking me questions even though these are trivial issues no, but obi genuinely well see my friend one mama me I will not answer these questions to you.
As if say na was here too amanfo for say no we dey anya research for na omoba ombeka say o me che obibi ana NGO bi ana bibi even if it's an NGO we be question na no answer na later no say onya international support ana do na no obecha dia na obeye mo bia or the aba.
Yo, but my point is that say obana oja call card now say me ba me mefre
obetimi afre me
and you are talking about 100 and something questions.
Yeah, questions.
Do you know how many minutes 100 and something questions?
The good thing is they are using a tablet or a tablet, let's say that. So and most of them or ticket. To say nka exams you mark in way or my in second to me answer next one when me answer next one.
Yeah, no so simple. But the practical aspect.
Say numerator no sa no obey no. Okay, mpacho o first name ye den Joseph no abo. Na mpacho second name Yami no abo. Na mpacho date of birth no abo.
Okay.
Mpacho wawari.
Okay. And see what check minutes seconds are there and who didn't hear there ya
me Lydia mame ya konama.
You know how long it will take nipa no to and especially nipa won't mean spell it within was I guess patron spell it in so
that's true.
So you know emwa I would have said in beginning when I have said this. So I only say
they haven't gone far and no other normal shots. So
if they can circulate these questions around,
okay,
people who are willing to maybe the anchor may answer questions.
Everybody has to real.
Of course, also be aware, but you know, yes, you buy so yeah and yeah,
okay.
So leaving the call card will not solve the situation.
Okay.
Making the questionnaires available here, the easiest.
Since this is making available here.
Through social media, whatever, from probably
well, in their education, I think so that you didn't bring I think they are doing it because they now many professor Nekasa, you know. He gave me other documents. And I made sure questionnaire ni be no make see me question the documents now the mom, you know. Then I got this into a womb on the questionnaires.
No, but these questionnaires now, okay, una probably some mama.
Me I should say in the education they will give them.
Maybe the education not me. See, at the end in two phases.
Okay.
The first one is about the housing.
Yes. No.
Me feel my baba chro. They came Sunday on betro.
Okay.
So omo chro ho.
Okay.
And na ko mu ja this question here na ka say ye ko. Na o papa ba because na me ni fie.
Okay.
O papa ba fa sa ayi mano. So that ochina ye besan he den aba ye bakra na obi oni ho a wotimi he den afil. But when you come and write on the we say you know usu need photocopy of these documents you know around now kwa ochina besan aba ubedu na ohia akwara na obehia na ofie ho na osu wontimi answer question ho what has come of the exercise.
Ntinka obenya omuntwa na enko social media.
Yes, omutua UTV for omuka because ka omu ye no enye sika ketu how many millions are they spend 500 and something million Ghana cedis.
But some documents so say no so enye small document. How much say enumerators no crash at here print.
Omu print mu omu sika no. But all these things are also going to make adwuma no simple and get the accurate data we are all expecting. Okay. The last census, me young kind me feel. Yes,
2010 there.
Me feel so baby I'm need the chief palace of Bohun say I mean how you bet me
by a kind crofo wo fie.
Young kind feel better than kind crofo fie.
Oh really? Cause enka say kan crofo fie bia na omo no betu obi a ogina mu
answer obi ani if you no more
if you no so mu ba say mu ye ni pattern not necessarily say be kan ni pattern ni na omu meeting one person maybe obetumi aboa omo amoma
but me fie na meti no mbusa if you no be na obi ani ho no ma ye beto no e ma no ma the data
okay
the yes are the so omo ka say even that data na ye what say your number you say e ma ni say some are more of projections.
Okay.
It's media ni just area no near esa we because at the end so smooth and so straight honum so want me if yeah census na adwuma ni nyansha ase kra no omo yeah adwuma ni are calling for increment in omo allowances or omo salary, then it will tell you that adwuma na kasa going forward no will have some challenges.
I see. Honorable Mintie where yes
yeah. Oh, you are done. Me that's pa. I'm saying now you back be twa mu aye hu yi. Be say feel.
True.
My police for no be see your name no.
Last week Tuesday. Wow.
You come na there and I hear this fear be say.
Mo fan che me say last week mama.
Yes, abeto. Na me chia my brother Joseph. Oko Bible ma Joseph no, it stands for a lot of things. Trials. Ufem no. Catch us at the end no. Nyame ejina bibi at the mouth. Jeme de pa since 2019. Woni di ahinde share me same me hunu da.
Oh.
And ene de ebeka busi asem. On che woni na so emfama me meni aso. Bansana, we show you this Nsroma. It's a very popular and well, friend say, yes,
well watched, eh?
Yes, papa.
Yeah, then you may have seen your dash of
Mompinizo make us say, what tenor or share your papa.
I can't be on.
Or Shepa, why not?
I can't answer the mouth.
Hey, advocate of deputy position.
And the make us say, you have really made the show. Even though me share 2014, ebe na mo share UTV asia na me Adekye no mo
I was sure no.
But your relevance and the way matumi a project Adekye Nsroma no edika
ya
danyame ase ose Kwame Despard wura ene Messinia Ernest ene Father Dixon man Gandangwe brother ene adwumafo nyina no ye bom baso ene nyamoye ansa na meka census ma minti ade yitel regional minister ubekaya let Accra work again project na okaye no odi sinenu so say decongestion na odi eba no oma onions agende for no erikoti e de akọ agen kotoku omuso ombeko omuso omunko ebu akote kire ni ade na waye ade ma aye fe na the past few weeks na baby na ayinfo no adi ma about 10-20 acres bia ye expand ema omde abi di ese edwadie no ewo ho no yes ya clear ho no nyina kama edi ama omo enemi kasei eno ye program bi wo agen kotoku ho no
okay
na odiska when is saying I see 500,000 Ghana cedis na sikei odi amase yembo modiana jenefo na nkasa na enya 300,000 omo munya jenefo te se omo muton mmoa na ade nentwie ni nwia na ade watika kra edi amount scrap dealers watika kra edi amount asanso squatters wo area na affected in the relocation nso ya factor mu edi account na bibia enye kama but otikuo osi MP for Blikuma Central Binduri Garu any Timpani constituency any a rep from the regional coordinating council no be hwe say dwuma edi nyina no ye koye ade in the presence of the national chief imam or the share no say yemboa and this is how we want to live, this is how we want to develop this country and the minim say washa say nyame beboa no ama otumi adi congested nkra no edi amayen edi ene population census obi otifie o hwe yen obi bi say na census na eka no edi en eye akenkan a yen nipa timemufuo na yetia sasa so yetie kromu ano Ghana for any aho nyina no yebeka nyina edi afra na wohwe history na yesi 1961 1970 84 was 85 and the latest one was 2010 and the 11 years in here yen kan ye ya wo enipa wu na ade nyina edi abeka na wukinka nyina wie a emma data na ye generate nyina ebo aban emma ne hihye nyina na odi be hihye oman no ne sika sem tutu ye ne ade nyina no ebo ano emma ne hu the true actual figure na ebe boaye se ne ebetumi aye yadwuma yafa ya ye kasa no census of one wo hwe advert for television no mu a obobo pono no a na ye bie won na omdi timefo no bi akasansa na yama no kwan ma na ewurom after identifying himself ya kan crime says ya kanfo no oma is so sophisticated e wo say wo a wo bopuno as a sense wo identify wo no akonfo no so betumi akopɛ event say gadget event say
tablets
jacket bi jackets obetumi akopɛ event say tablet bi akita de bia na bindika bi hyedachi ohwɛ bibia sikafo no wona ade no na obefa so e dia robo and the yemfa ye ka census assembly so e was here factor in the area of crime of course they are conform no musi operate no omo ye too sophisticated and you make sure say nipa na oba wo no aso ampase or your sense of nipa na then you can grant him the access to enter your compound or your facility to come say onyumbra no medi agro
okay emedi
nkomo no now nas yami ka say anka senia sebi anopa unim da ombeba anopa no bia ekobo no humoden sebi okope kakra e dia befie enti omu ntentre fie adwumafo na ade enkola se ko school enti ye benya nka yenja information bi e wo fie
okay
edika anganya bad say be pe literature na forms here ye di kekan senia ubekwa aba no di dudo nti na ono afili e dia maw na wabua na wodi aye ne sa but anyamba na sa and di aba no e wo se yeso mu sa ne fa nye djuma but me gidi pa se census officials no go through training, they've gone through a lot of training because omoko yusu sa iPad ni dey adwumanti we be make sure so obi an second term senior because the more we delay no the more affected adwuma na wo be ye no na obia no ye mawo I'm sure there are quantuma ni padudo wo so we den e kan wo
that I don't know but him say wo that area because we shall say beche region crowd districts across some metro cronia the locality
and the beche ni padudo betu kan and say wa wo delay e be affected adwuma na wo ye no ye be sere wo omukoi omunya ye wa botre omunya ye wa botre e bia ogodu wona nipa no oda onya ne wobobu na wasori ye be sere say omu ye adwuma nyina no mo sere to really ask relevant questions na omu pedifi yentima before no say the member adwuma no eden akonkan ye ediamaye
ba questions na dey edoso because I know I see obi see okofie ba akomofi ho 5 p.m. when I'm still asking them so moon checking na me say near one household na 5 okodu what time ben o fi ho 5
and me 7 no once house only be no more doors obi asa so obi ni family and do be we no na what sebre wo ho and the omo di aze time na ya lot di amom no ombedi so no mahwe so na umama eyi na koso nti beka say sense of we hia ye say ni aban ebetuma nya ho kwan anye making resources available for the development of Omayno na bibia den akonkan ediamaye nti for now no ye dey twen won
all right
say ye beba abekan ye na the right if any say ye dudu ayi wokromo ano ye nkonjenja ne nkanjere say ye so much ye nya the right figure na and ebeboa statistical service in the generating of the data any information gathering na ebeboa ban to make sure we develop our country from this information.
Population census ya shase. Any more concerns?
As my mention abadwafo titi ora ya me na me share ache papa. Honorable to say you can more than 1 week I share I quite safi.
I tell you.
Who one who say what's the complaint. Oba ya de yenka na ho first. Oko kan pia na na yebebo adwumawura abaso na yabo ma abaso said the honorable sikan no mechia me leader of Liberal Party of Ghana ne executives nyina Yura Kofi Apalo the next president so before mechia mom creating
it's different
nana bumangama o mahene bo so also mechia ma me ande man bo so hikogina ne so from creating asan so kogina mechia ma senkrofo mechia mom creating
wanye ni sanka honorable bekayo
honorable enti my boy pracha me yen my
yalai
ansana me so me beba census no so me so me tibi tew efa honorable titles na sem no kan efa Greater Accra Regional Minister na sem am say abona baso saa be sam pempen so enti in the national I encourage you to even do more you try how so e kan say ahemfo a omo won kran ene mpanfo omo won kran omo ankasa mfo omo na nsifo na omo nta na chi baby yakodu me fi say ne kwan so ano no ayeko but am say bibi kakra na waye pesa nhyiemo ne Jennifer Nkoshia no na am say e chimadwo ne kakra ene iskapudu a otema omo say omo mfanye transport enko baby a e pesa e do omo ko
I regional minister there.
About 500,000 Ghana cedis. In fact, it is a precedent that has been set, and we should be very careful. Say, nkrofo a aban, baby a yenyina yenim say, jumadi amudi no, emwa yen socially, ena emwa ma omanimo enso enti. Nti aban artist taxpayers money ye si baby anka esa moko. Mfie santre ne yewura kofo abreso. Monye imagine some beko because aban abako after yewrakofo no even within yewrakofo administration crowd omo ntumi amform na ensi form anka se monko change is very difficult but you must whip people in line to as it were no abide by the rules and regulations yedi ebu oman sabe JNF we enye se me ebu oman nimtia na omo ya hen a omo tumi eso chen aban enti aba entumi use minimal force na on form nko ho
minimal force say you are dealing with nipa
eno na di yenya basis amre say
okay so 500,000 yes o mo fanye den
transportation JNF ne sebe omote ho na nyese sebe ye hin omo Into what transportation a fair amount of some fan corner. Next time we could to other group of people almost be demanded for same. And if you don't do it, you have not been fair. And yet a be a greater Accra region could be demanded, but other regions. Because the regional minister would Accra to me so and so and so. Into yes one my transport I am called. Okay. I feel say and no touch him kakra or my dream, but I'm sure say he did it in a good heart say and come over compromise no omunko. But omo say rebels are on by the roadside no. And a few rebels amongst them no create some problems with. Enti me feel say and somewhere say ya nje Jim Crawford bi so asebe omoma amamu enkototin. Afi me ba census ne so. Okay. Ya me I can SMP honorable. Na nsem kan mo or propose say anka questionnaire and answer questions say be bisa no. Anka yem fan to ye nyina ye anka nye bad move. And the mode of transmitting those questions and answer questionnaire no. Anka ena abe from fidi abaya enemete ho a and I say during the electioneering process. Yeah, my first lady. Me and a text message say, vote for NPP, vote for all this thing. Me ya o man payin so de me feel say obi anya bi me ya yewura mahama ono so na de. In this mode no, these questions could have easily been transmitted to us without any problem. But we are evolving and I say yeah koye nim no. Nsesan ye ba. Enti na me feel say the issue of digitization ba so mre bi beba no obi nanti ba ofie say oba be kan. Okay. Me sure say betumi anya no on our platforms we betumi answer the necessary questions ni nyina e de amount. But on the issue of questions say be questions be private no. I don't think so. Well, I mean read the document in the crown. But I shudder to think so on can say bank account number my no. Nti I don't feel menjin this question be anywhere. Actually me go many ahwefo go through no na endorse nti me ye bi na me jabi. Yes. After warrior the any man to aso. You see questions na nya ade aga na ne bia entumi answer. The only problem ye kan wo ha ne say nipa ba bia e best assign wako no. That person must have a fair idea of that locality. Say bia region your friend saying district your friend saying if I say bia we be so be say wo ha about one person so your friend saying e bia o kan kwe north o kan kwe south so no obi wo hot ho to about onim well omo ti omo fa omo wo community na mu ti se say wo ye fa e be fa wo abelempe area ho ndinche say nipa na ono ankasa wo kono he has a fair idea within the area district awo ne say nti e bi kura 120 questions na ye no nyina no be bi saw because me fa say onim say wo kan kwe north na say wa ba kan kwe north o san be bi saw sa question no. He will just go. Will be sound as a wound to me answer. He will just move. Na obeye de na no bo yame can say yabe marking if you say no mo ye no can separate yeah. Nti omo ken kan adan no eno no sa questions no wo ebi mu ebi wo enum nti omo beti enu afi because me say omo bisa me do no but it was snappy the questions omo bisa ye no nti omo kan o there be me fear in terms of omo ken kan adan okay omo abe nti questions no ye betumi answer okay na me feel say ye be feel but one question a critical man be say do we really think and I say o man ye GDP ye say census ye omo ye the purpose is for development. I shudder to think so. Yeah, sir. Yeah, one on mine bit say Dubai. By 2019, I think so no population. And Okrobi to say Dubai, more population at 2019, I'm saying 3.371 or so. And UAE, United Arab Emirates, no more about 9.771. Oh baby. But Dubai is Emirates. Emirates, I say, me say Kuro to say Dubai. Okay. Say, what share or more development within 20 years? And then Mura women. Now you shall see a census of Ghana. Meno, in my estimation and analysis, no. The issue about say, yeah, be kind near the development, no, it is not true. Oh, then how yeah. It is not true. I didn't think you see, Mama can. And you're more kind, or more kind just for the purposes of say, baby, so you say, Ghana population, say, I can say, 35 million. It ends there. It's no obiani ho oba country or said me can when am dem puntu djuma ba woman ya started from 1960 something about there. Why is the development? And number ya
but you expect that development never one time boom like that?
Oh, Anka, 20 years Dubai, how many years did they take to develop to the extent at which they are? Your resources be a channel or more oil no more. In Kaini na yesre. Or more Burj Khalifa no. The last point, the pinnacle of that facility no. And yes, obeko hona ebeka say e was runti me bie pipe nsuo ma. Nsuo so na omo twenfi asase na ase. Baby amemeti say see first floor pe you do light nsuo ma. E top the big crop e friend say machine pumping into me pumping just first floor. Yembi say onso omo ti abanso so enkra ha. How many of them get frequent water supply? Even omo te form. You understand? Nti say you can say you kind because you say you share population regional ne so na the development baba ho massa and not fato nche because it has never happened. The purposes of this thing, and we must be true to the people. The purposes of this thing are very political, as they said you be a canon.
Which is political and saying.
It is alleged said they want to about 25 constituencies will be created after all the census as time goes on, right? Politically, the two parties or more dears who basis they do this to inure to the benefit of the party in power. In thinking, say, you create our constituencies and as a district we are to our favor in terms of electionary processes. Those are the pivot around which census way money revolves. And we must be truthful to ourselves. We share development that has been distributed across the country. You create regions now. It is nothing to write home about. Meanwhile, there's money in the country. There's money, but the management of the money in the system is the problem. You're too good, remember. Now, just about 3% about your coffee as a nation. And no crumping crofobedi di hunsa obe hunanasa. Yet to remember had heads of institutions, any alleged ministers, your money poster, and yes, post now what your man no. Or dream sem person me ye bibi wo me mpeso aso mo bie hu se mayade pa. Na mmom the other position ebenya to inure to his own benefit and the family. That is all we think about. Not for the development within the catchment or Tino. It is not the case. That is why we are seeing so many things regarding contractor. I'm even surprised. Say, as we speak, the health minister is still in office. The IGP is still in office. Dr. Nsia Asare of your friend is saying, the president's special advisor on health, still in office. Concerning the Sputnik, your friend is a deal. No? How could people in authority milk the nation like this way? Not yet to and we think, say, see a population census now you who say nipa 200 ewo abelempe nipa 300 ewo in Nima development you be distributor man and can Nima by now can ye ayekra behwe nti me dey ma dream pad here census on the African continent and let me limit it to Ghana is not for development.
Yeah.
What can I do?
Mommy responded because
you responded to them.
Let me drink Trana for him to La Basta Baina. I'm sure Sani for people. Say, John Salman. It's necessary.
Oh, dear, me by Mema responding after all. Dr. Down Blue from Brimswar Pilsika yesterday's press statement by the NDC on the $170 million judgment debt caused by the vindictive government clearly revealed the real situation we are dealing with. Not surprising, we are reaping what the president sowed. Hamza Jr. demonstrates someone killed because of Fix the Country activists. Activism, you mean? Ghana first. What kind of democracy is Fuado practicing? Man Peru, African proverb, a little patience is better than a lot of force, meaning one of the most misunderstood virtues is patience. Many of us associate patience with the weakness, but actually patience is power. That is power over ourselves. Eric Kwekubwadi from Bichim let the NDC people do the press conference morning, after, and evening. Ghanaians should give a deaf ear to NDC part because they have nothing better to offer them. Yahuza Swami in fixing the nation. Job creation is a major key instrument. Political stability, enabling environment to boost investor confidence. is a crucial standard for enticement. Is it not strange to see the multinational companies in the likes of VW, Toyota, Suzuki, etc., setting up in Ghana against nations like Nigeria and others regarding population size? There must be something good that they see in Ghana that some indigents don't see. Dr. Baba Zamo, Master Planner Junior Kentampo, let us all get involved in the population and housing census. We should allow ourselves, families, houses, and even possible trees and animals to be counted. Dav Maxwell, does it mean that you can't criticize the government in power when they are going wayward? This so and so must stop. You can decide to kill us, but you can't change the message. Nana Yadoma, please, some of we, the census officials at Ghanor, having still received at 30% after the listing of households. Monfan Komo Mo GSS4. Moaz Dabre, good morning. I'm watching you live from Naregu Northeast. Fix the country. Stop your big grammar. Oyibo Boateng Echimane Behin, let's blame NDC government for this judgment, not NPP government. The NDC government signed a dubious contract under their watch. Greetings to Honorable MC of Echiman Wabieja South. Okay. Why no? Abosheba Mr. Gosuzongo. Please, Ghanaians, the population and housing census is ongoing, so let's all be vigilant and get involved to move our nation forward. Regards to Honorable Ivan Sopoku Bobie. Kingsford, the Sylvie says, Gideon is responding to Kingsford. Then let me just move on. Ohene Papa, I'm living at Apokya as a second chance estate. They have come and counted some of the houses, but they didn't count my house. So how am I sure they will count me and my family? Too bad. Amos K. Prominent says, good morning, Nanaya. Please tell my NDC Obroni that I'm watching him live. And please, I haven't been counted yet. And I want to let them know if they come and ask an irrelevant question, they will get an irrelevant answer. Thanks. Don't let us start like this. All questions are important. So who says that this question is irrelevant? To you, it may be relevant, but to them, it's all part of the process. Please, let's make it work. Omude political gains cry. Nye politician na mudida. Let's count you. Somewhat Katako, all Tama roads are full of potholes. The rains have exposed the shoddy work done in the metropolis. Okay. Olivia Pa, yeah, morning, I'm getting my boy Yao from Seshi. Boy Yao near there, Seshi for no mwami. Nana Kwame, someone will say call card. Are you going to give them money to go for credit to call? Circulate the question on social media and or a site to go and print them. Okay. Intionia Santibruni ya dream pa. In Shaba Nelka Shariman constituency, I'm so fortunate that I've witnessed both JDM's administration and Anado's administration. And the difference is that JDM's government is the worst, the most poorest, and the most visionless. God C. Felix says some of us in Kumasi are not getting UTB. Oh, sir. You solve a problem. No, that's to say, what boy am I? John or Hinibation. Oh, the LPG man has made my day. What he's saying is really, really true, yeah. Lawrence Botofe. Ghanaians can't speak their mind under this government. You do, and death awaits you. Government do census only for constituency creations and political gains. Those my main kind nana phobia ne Richmond sister, I believe with one of your panelists. So you mean you agree with him? I agree with one of your panelists. This census is not because of the country's development. Oh, they know why they are doing that. Phobia, Kumasi Bokrom Zongo, and Richmond Lomote says sister, tell Honorable Titles Global that NPP people should fix the country. He said you. But you also worry about her. But you're mommy. Now we are not just saying everybody.
Oh, definitely.
Some 2 minutes. Okay.
It can be 2 against 1. No problem.
Hey.
On this particular subject.
No, I mean, so we are a battle. I need to refer to them and give them time to battle. Yep.
Me yao.
Okay.
Okase census was purely for political reasons.
Not just this.
Mr. Because you were emphatic.
You
were very emphatic.
Just as people calm on the
yeah, can say cover development is zilt. And then the correct. Now purely for political gains. I disagree with him. I totally disagree with him. So when you have data, how do you plan? How do you develop your economy? How can this country grow?
He says we don't plan. That's why he cited the water and whatever issues.
Every government from Nsroma, everything in Bebesui, we have voted into office to fix problems. None of me bafidie so me catch now. 65% to about 70% of revenue generated are used in debt servicing. 20% or more eco compensation. Abenjuma ifo. Aineka. What is remain for us to do infrastructure? You mkomfort tikromwa. Se you see omuntia toa. The ombaso betua. Obia person ya kanana no biti no, but it is our duty to make sure say eto no ene na yedi chichi oman. Na sebe amaneni ya ekoji busede free ho no. Kromafo no oboto na aban gi omzem no eni de yedi maye no. So if you have about 60% more, would you try debt servicing? About 30% edi twa aban dwuma efo de ebeka wonsem no na ya him. It means that you need to be innovative. Go outside the box. So
you mean we have the plan, we have the vision, but aka famekono.
For what we have to do, and nothing the finance minister no offshore come be faswa you be pesca edia abiaba ni fenchichiro mine no. And in fact meaning yaw enya drink say. Yes census all because we want to create more constituencies. Of course, the constituency when you go into the constitution is there. The local government.
But we'll look at the population there.
You understand? But you need whether the means can afford it. And you said they be a sorry now we create more constituencies. Because why do you continue to be creating?
I don't know this is the IEP that I know. But IEP somewhere and his DP is the picture of him and Nanado, President Ekufo-Addo. He says Ayensiano district was created in 2012 after the 2010 population census. Only 8 communities were concerned with electricity. So were connected with electricity to the national grid. Today, almost 200 towns have been connected. The current government is building a court complex and a district hospital. All the decentralized institutions have their offices, which has brought development projects. I can't name all. So he's trying to say that they use the census
to guide us,
but then what he said is that they created the structure. They created it after the census, and they looked at the population there, and they gave them the amenities they would need. So he's not totally wrong.
No, but what he's saying is purely for politics. I mean, that was the stress. That is the emphasis.
I think
what I said.
Okay,
the emphasis was purely on politics. Okay. But you need for development infrastructure, job creation, revenue generation. When you need
what
I say? When we here, a guide bino, I'm a Juma no, you know, let me there. But so we can say purely for political reasons. Now, concrete consensus.
For once, all right. For once, you sue 4 minutes. Into also 4 minutes.
Na me
okay, so honorable IEP. My checking
former MP.
Yes, former MP.
Me sure say your nasem no is to rubbish the census. And I mean nana any honorable titles also problem in asemwa yenua ekai. I just want to draw back na me hwesenka sa asem way enka John Mahama and this in the war abam and I'll make this very statement honorable titles be disagree with him say they were disagree say I'm very sure say
agree with him and
I'm very sure say his position Omusa amese mo
me cafe
me drew me yin na dia na is it because say MPP wo aban munti obi position on near air cost no o raise a yes, honorable titles be a rebuttal on it, Anna. I don't think so. Antina Mibusa Senka and your MPP no wa. I'm not sure he will be here and says I disagree with you. But the point is that he also has a point. The point he also say is that Abino doesn't need the census for development. In any case, Abino as a CIA, has a CIA. Sir, Finance Minister Sikano Abano. Is it as a result of how much he's going to borrow and bring it to this country? And I say already no, I'm making the mind of going to borrow in the first place. There's a budget already in place. Our budget, even though we don't even have the census. Last year we were supposed to do the census. Getting a man buying 9 years census last year. But the country was able to run on.
I want to know about it, but the Chinese say, and yes, census in tea and a bank of bobosia. But you when you saw no census, no boy, my planning, just that you need to carry the beds, the QT and plans.
And the
any so any can you quite no can once no say plans and the population census, no boy, me planning. But you can anyone eat it and then me who. So papa. No,
but the man is not rubbishing at the end say census no so day any faso.
But he has stated
development political. Let's even ask ourselves say and na me no ka say intim ogidi pa say enne census no hia chen any other thing in this country I spend 512 million Ghana cedis at a time where you need even sika to buy a second jab of the COVID-19 vaccine. Be seen now, no kase. Or more back, they can't get the second one because you need to be a then. But we have we are still waiting for the poorest countries supply to come. And yet, that would say, the Omumeki an attempt to even want to do it in the ground. That's an inflated figure now. $10 here.
No, we are inflated.
And look at for cosmetic reasons. But you bet me 512 million at a time where people are dying, at a time where amount for need insure, at a time where we don't have light. Are you saying say census na a more beneficial? That is what is going to solve our problem better than say the 512 million to invest in the country today with all the difficulties we have. Okay. If you ask me, our priorities are wrong.
Thank you.
It is one making the position now. Honorable Bamu say he disagree with you. I don't understand.
That's it. Honorable, what surprises me? And in fact, our analysis away here makes the case worse. Say you koje bosia. Na ye the service debt no the bekas eswa. When are we going to change from this particular type of management? When the resources can be harnessed in this country. Through your bauxite, gold, diamond, everything we have it. We are saying, say, a bank fund in NC form. No one can say, I am negotiating for 50% of the mineral resources in this country. We can develop this country without borrowing. Abosia bo, enya de boni, obi abo me so medical.
Okay.
Right? But bobosia e de ya de papa. So ko bobosia na instead so the development, who the triacat means that you are not managing your economy well.
Okay.
Honorable. And Krahayeti, just Accra only. In Futre one crime, with the capital city of this country. In Futre Waha, rough roads are one crime, a bit necessary. Rough road pie, friends say rough road one crime. You can't find it in my area. Even though most of the roads there are feeder roads. So you think the capital city of this country, now say, who driving a robber to me fail you it means that we have a problem. Yet in Krana, so-called, how do you call it, Dubai interchange. Now I see them fear at the crown kind. Now you tell me, sir, you go and borrow, and I say, what you bond? Bonds are who I yaje.
And to crow on my muga, who name say, I buy a wood, Boromozia.
I know the anya bonnet.
Okay.
Now, my emphasis is not hinged on only MPP. I said, say, all the census and benefiting, and that is why I have been able to analyze and pinpoint and say, not for the purposes of development. We are talking as if we don't know the territorial ends of Ghana. This open so the development, it doesn't work that way. other countries.
But we ni say data and so boy yen ma yetimi te say me yen na make so ye bisa wo ye kunani wa ware wajai unfie ye say no say say to de bia am bisa ta question say nipa sign na ye unemployed or Ghana unim. We don't know the data. And ti aban we ba ya fa nipa say ya adwuma ya create jobs say ya create jobs say it's because we don't have the data. And to me feel say
data na dey.
O see data na dey. Ye nim dodo no.
The electoral commission data is available. The Ghana card data is available.
No, you say adwuma wo ye na adwuma.
No, but even put adwuma aside. Say if we can say our priorities pa near say the population pa why to even say the mini kind to create constituencies. Don't we know some constituencies that are above 100,000 in terms of voting population?
So the more reason why he shouldn't say that a political anti no more, that shouldn't be his emphasis.
You see,
which one? Political. But his position is that a political reason, not because of
you want to
develop. And I know I'm siding with him. Say, and by now, your priority is not to count us because we can still go ahead with our development without spending 512 million.
But data the any say, oh the all can wo ba me so me kosane say na onyi ni say ye hia data no so e be boa ye amaye hu niam bia na e na me ma adwuma creation fanto say aban we ba me ma bia nwuma say we ba ma bia nwuma say nti ya de bia mbisa kosa tie say won ni nwuma ye dodo ye sen wo Ghana. Enti si we ba no se me ma bia nwuma say ya na nke ya te afi mu na nke ya hu so oh wo mo ni nwuma no wo dodo ye say ya be ka ho say na afiri mu but ya ni ye hu ana me ko san emfa ko ho
na ma mbi se wasem ba ko we betumi de won sesebu aka say Ghana ha ya di data ya dwuma data doesn't work.
But do we have ye wo bi
data ni bi census say here fe ne be census. We have done census not once, not twice. Yeah, apart from that, other research you nim say Ghana memo ha bia we no ohia wo ho chen we have all the data necessary to if we want to develop. I bet me develop. But that is not where we are looking at. You look at the timing of the census at this period. We are doing this in waiting for something. Right?
Something better.
That is what I'm talking. It's about politics. Election. Right? And
election is like 3 years away.
Yes. Mama and Dada home. So who can about data? Only the number. So what can kind?
Oh my a clue.
It's a process.
So what can kind? And I say watch videos Nsroma about population census. Or can you say? Nipa na ehye yafunu kura esase ye kan na obi a wanya emfie 9 and I say emfie no ese ye si nnwuma by the next 15 years no oba koye dwuma wo. Do we do that?
No.
Do we go in waiting for nkrofo mu fiscal suba? No. That is why robbery ni normal equals those days say your makwan you go for industrial attachment. So see I know it is never so.
Good morning. Please, I just googled questionnaire for Ghana Census 2021 and I got a PDF copy of it. Thanks. Enti wo wa ya na so obi na se Google it now so Google it ama ya hwe. Enti mame mefa asante we mi shase wo so pacho se tia me nko honorable enra NDC aye press conference. Judgment debts $170 million. Omuse AG essay. Omo na mo musa so asa contract boni ba ye eni adu obehwehwe. Na National Communications Officer Lawyer Sami Jemfi say eni onko parliament. I'm sure that parliament na wo because 7th parliament. O se parliament for omo tina say omo gitum eni omo nyina e wo say ye chi omo gumfi say ye contracts are duly signed amrahye be fie for crahwe mu a wo mo agitum mu na wonu mom na wada na adwuma so anase first of all cancellation no na hu hia ene wo twa mu nso a wo be kwa arbitration court an arbitration akọ mu no nso a wo de covid ne de aka yi ne ho ano ntie no de odi akoro ye peska ya kan ye peska ne de bia ya akwan ne de nsu akọ asaneta no 4th floor na fe ye de kotua empatesika
me da se pa any asemo where we dey aba no.
Okay.
Na ube bisa wo so se wo bu nkompo ekọ wichi a. Yes, science energy contract no. Under President Mahama Breso no. Bebre. Sabrana ye wo energy challenge. Na energy challenge na ye wo no. Eni nkyere se be sign contract keke. Wo sign the contractor. Kania na be film aba no. Ye benya edi aye se bibia mfaso baso. Ba ye nya ade na egu ho a ye use na ban eboka ewo. Because the time of the demand of sakania na ye hia no. Na would be cost okra no at least to some point. Enti why your contract
ye nye den.
Nyame pa kire ne say energy contract no mo sign ye no.
Yes, sign ya na so.
NDC for sign ye no. Omo ye de go ho no.
And na say na parliament na ratify that contract. And you were there.
Abotre.
You
say you discuss analysis. And to be free baby na me ba. Me free sankana me sane. Abi na me bank. Enti na twi. E na me pa kire ne say.
Say the wo sha ase no.
Na twi, say na me so.
O pesa wo kono.
Me kono.
All right.
Ye young kania, there is nothing wrong about it.
Okay.
But wo sign kania kania no ye be use kania no. But one sign contract the go ho kania na ye be develop no. Ye ntimi fa nya hwe. Na abrazi take or pay. Ye be bo nka ye mfa so be MBI MBI. Because me go 7 pale. Finance Minister Baho ebe my report be. 3 companies, energy companies who must sign contractor. Ye need this in kania no. Over close to about 958 million Ghana dollars. 3 companies. They no my no. We don't need it. Enti so one of the bo touch all the thing. Current and age no. Wotie the narrative na. Ni second appointment. I think on the early March.
Okay.
Oh baby.
Okay.
Oko na asem no wo.
Okay.
Na me tie no one network bi so no. O says Mrs. Shelley Blair, Omni Law Firm bi e wo England.
Okay.
And now aban no contracting so on hwa asem no fa maye. Because say you are a law student. Say who practice wo England you Attorney General of Ghana. E was so chom so hwe na who practice wo London and so but I go general court e di o masem. And the attorney say you need to engage a lawyer from that jurisdiction. Nobody was some amount. Diametie Attorney General and say less than 24 hours. Time ye dem my for appeal be so no. And my minister say untumi enko di asem for my. But the question is so who shall them na who shall them who decide untumi nye no. Quick you should have relay back to us. But ene no chira ansa na appeal no be so no. Ansa na wo ka kire Ghana ban say untumi nya de no. What can we do? Sister, what can we do? And this is for press conference no my year no. Attorney General Assembly can say, "E was here dom so call ye hwe." Wine and nya sa dwumpo no say, "Ye nya sa contract ye." What is the reasons behind it? There can be positive reasons and there can be bad if anything intentions behind that contract. Edi Ghanaian. And it's also going investigation. Why are you scared? Now, me wa parliament. I say then, yen rope parliament for you then go blame more for count. Let me tell you, every information that comes to parliament, our speaker may refer to the right committee and the Winneba Energy Committee. Based on information, ministry no information the beba and not the better and not by the Juma. Sister, what you say? And the contract now we no sign you know. Information would be free Ministry of Power at the time. I would do by Parliament. Our speaker, every fair, Edema Energy Committee. For some reasons, you know, it's a commercial contract in Kamwa, a joint committee, either finance and energy committees. So much information will be available. Edema Parliament, you know, Edema Money Committee, and no better Edema. So if you have concealed certain information from parliament. Parliament then to me, you cannot blame parliament for it. And the Assamese Jevia Kano, any endis for Kano, Minamunyabing.
But the parliament and a G2 and a parliament and
parliament G2, it is based on availability of information. Power ministry no, omo gadaya, omo the parliament, parliament wejuma. And into na agent can say, where do you anybody? I was saying, do Sukonian Quachre, Nian Quashra say. Aso bibi wo anka was ya di ma parliament ya former parliament na
okay
and na betuma boy
asem number 1 parliament say ya di bibi bremu a say ebi kam a munya follow up musa say we and one would expect to say committee energy committee and other subcommittees no ya I was say omunya fair knowledge of it if it's omu gina o man ni din mu to man na nya omu gidie. And you should act in good faith on our behalf. One, I felt to me, no. A branch Samijem Fienra Mitie no one Bernard Avle. And no can say, AG into me can say any power will be na only because Omude Assembly court to go for frono. Team of lawyers a mampeni pa omono na okahon. Enti ene no to me can say na onim ho hwe. Then I also ask, adenti na den ebeba ama obi a yafa no se onjina muma yen ewo that jurisdiction no ebefre within 24 hours. Were we in constant touch with the person? What went wrong in 24 hours? Because so no so or yeah astute lawyer no nim na I mean sure so me massa 24 notice not say or withdraw sir. So what could have gone wrong?
On the first point, say parliament I didn't know what to what. As I kind of.
The minister didn't know what to what. Ebi a won say twi no. I will be back say many answer omo.
Me nye twi ni nti.
Yeah, nti me wa na ma correct
na. Kan kakra ma no nti.
Nya mpesa me kire wo no say. Say ye parliament ejuma. E wo committee level. Na say omu hia further and better particulars they demand it.
So they demand.
But the question is, information ya di ma won no. Omu hwe adwuma no so no, said the tie no, enu no mo hwe no mo kwan. If there were some information omu demand anga, it may be power ministry at the time under NDC. What did I make an answer? So for them in parliament at the time, the energy committee, mean kai say a joint committee. But for emphasis sake, make say energy committee na hwe say adwuma no so. Both sides of the house will be awo so be. In some a minister no buy oba di wo ho dia committee for eteye krat odi tu omonim omohwe no omu say at that time na ye ma oman no but wo sani agreement mako dudo sabi what etiefo ahwefo anymore I hu nim faso na ye sky boka ho does it make economic sense? It does not make economic sense. Mean to me and Chiredu Yatram. I can't say.
Says a so on fast.
So I say, ye tribua, Kaya Babo at the time, no, a win yandi maye. Say ye free ho. Na yen concentrate Kakakana ye babono, na yen to me says cano, never bibium. What can be say o mampeni legal team not here, no?
Yeah.
Na Attorney General, no won't be.
Yeah.
Me tie no at the time when I was in office no assembly course no say Attorney General new office act or something bibi mrebi okotu ye in the absence of the Attorney General Minister of Justice and na bedeje for no so mo ni office wa formally Council General on no hwechire and at the time no Mrs. Blair any Attorney General ya Council General no they did the negotiations on behalf of the state. Or monitor Bibia Edima on behalf of Bitieno on one of the networks.
That he said na on kahon.
Oh, just said a corner yet in that Sabrina power in the first term. Na Omudi Ujuma, whatever it is. But at the time na Mamini Berry vetted their Mayeno, no Wofie, nothing yako parliament, committee, a vetino. Or train say ye be approval no or mampeni aso no na ade into wofie and did you see your minor name was the Council General who acts in the absence of the substantive Attorney General and the deputy or no and no more edin kitawudi until the last minute ono di ade way ade eba no
so question no say adena eden na see cause 24 hours dey nipa kra ye fa no mo gidi say why na adwuma che onim na adwuma na adwuma bi a ho hyehye ne aka de ho say wo kofa lawyer say mpacho kosi manan wo court anya ade be chame akọ no na wa pull out just like that or my reason
be ma me no odi yenwambo no so we start say lawyer for eyo mo adwuma say adwuma no say case na a good case a obeka kire say case ni head back case wa obetuma aka kire based on practice what you say and the mamini so adwuma no say na adwuma no si je no say nya anka so ka bante be ka kire say mbenyufo asem na mehwe mu no mehwe a emboa yen and me give me nsa e de frɛ mu ama wa kopɛ lawyer foforo obehwe asem no de ama yen
okay if that's the case adentina AG or they no entire appearance or arbitration one status our reason they say oh it's not like we've slept on the case and I say yempe bibi ahwe na ye pese ye 2-1 na mo na imom ya fa obi mpo to make our case you know ya fa obi as soon as we heard that and I move beside say say ye 2-1 just that the person has disappointed us now rather no koka say COVID ne election time because say mami disappointment idia and can you find reason
yeah you are talking to a non-lawyer
okay
na senia wo bisa asem we no say Attorney General no etumi adduce those arguments in court anka beboya anka konisa anka ye ono so onim se no ye n'adwuma
okay
minye lawyer ono se no ye n'adwuma think say all the sa argument no ko to judges in anymore and no be did boy unfortunately that was rather the contrary
okay
so they say call and did me the American say o man no judgment dates yeah budget and who was say you go to judgment say na ya mem no mum de o metumi di trust say yeah or bind to me trust say me between say ne ye wo judgment date be ba ya kwanso nti ye de be pesika fudo e di ato na di akotua judgment date
we don't plan for judgment date
we don't do that
as a government.
That's it. Let me say, me Casa Fasa energy situation as a layman.
Okay.
Honorable.
You know, lay people.
Honorable Yamin, Honorable Titus Clover. Omo back to back, Omo Wabem, ABC, and they have more information than I do. But I feel, say, from the layman's point of view, say, on mine be an aben be a bed eddy. Share and as a policies be a better to pra and your energy and it is say in not at all utility services now under a population of 6 million those days in the 60s Kwame Nkrumah to me see Akosombo and make sure say Akosombo dam na osino it was not going to be limited say e be a your population so inti me ya ko see e be a enfie mienu bi say by the end of 1970 now your population akodru baby ama energy situation in this country will be demanding into wo ye gu ho esan hye buida akrase apart from that there were other plans sa akosobo nsuo na air flow downstream ye be small dams so aka identity na wo de san hye ne to ho wo de san hye ne to ho in the sense say ye be creating juma factories ahoro a ye be here energy e dey are supporting Vaco is operating under capacity as we speak as to whether it is operating Crimea I don't know Vaco today ye won juma ahoro a omo here energy and for me I will not fault the previous administration say almost sign various agreement and as a contract regarding power and ye be keke a ye dey go ho the next plan so what sign contracts for power to be generated. The next plan was to put infrastructure in place to receive those power. And no na ya fairly say be egu ho sa be samre ya esase ye kotwam. But you see kotwam $58 million as against $170 million. Dia he nanka eye. In this scenario ka yakoboy. O mampanyin ayere ne ho akogye $170 million. E dey ba o memu. Ye say e dey sa $170 million na ye say e dey akobabi. But honorable, do we know for a fact, say indeed the Attorney General was notified only 24 hours to this particular situation?
No.
But so say that was the Attorney General speaking.
I don't believe it. Now then, Mrs. Blair, the chambers, no, no omunim say attorney general omo chamber e bata ho ana hwe ba bi e wo Ghana ne London say one native the same fear crop 24 hours or months notice no knowing very well say on to me am educated on the case and the bibi no mo di brim ya ni so I don't believe it for a fact say 24 hours notice. Let's find out. They can be exposed on this particular reason. Say about 24-hour notice. So yen to me in the assembly bill. Now you be honorable can answer honorable titles. So say before so bet me akodi assembly London, you might have practiced in that jurisdiction for a number of months or years.
I was say you're practicing lawyer. Ghana say unye lawyer wa you are a lawyer right, but I want to mean practicing what Ghana courts.
At that time, or within that period, you Ghana ni bia and as African ni bia or practicing what London. I bet me are following on him.
At that 24 hours, and that time now, GPGC for the lawyer, necessary.
Didn't we know this fact, sir? You must be a practicing lawyer over there before you can educate.
I said, we need no more farm, Mrs. Blair.
But why would you even go? To say I go far foreign coaches or my coach here.
Question is that you need Ghana,
need beer, and as African need beer or practice at the time in London. I bet me engage in the services rather than go and engage the services of the former Prime Minister of London. You have already thrown the case into their arms.
It's not Tony Blair.
Yes, Mrs. Blair in the chamber.
But also former Prime Minister. Prime Minister Yere, you mean?
Yes. What I'm trying to say is,
if you are not in the field there, maybe say before we follow lawyer, you need to know the baby any panel strength, and our feminine strength anyway.
You see, we African, I say we try her GD say. Broni bi ebe ye bibi sonkoma wo ayin to the benefit of you the African. To what dream? We should have engaged a Ghanaian practicing lawyer long ago, or any African lawyer, regardless of how much we pay the person. Not only as a mayor, and the two parties are defending it. Now,
but hold on, that one honorable, na a court and arbitration, because if it's an arbitration yati ya one sisa asemba hani e debekwa and arbitration is not adversarial enti enye kiti say on practice on to me okay we na obe jinemu ama the country Ghana to say sign MOU na obi jinemu ma ye no. So if it's not a court, lawyers should help me. It is not that adversarial enye tare tintan enti arbitration dey ananka e flexible kakra enti no chinchin said somebody who should be practicing there. It just occurred to me.
Well, sitting here, I'm challenged.
All right.
I'm highly challenged.
I accept that.
And you're finding out all these things. Not no embedded. With the issue of the lawyer Sami Jemfi, then some of the two joining a fantastic speech and analysis. But you see, am I severe? That thing can say they will review so and then any hana a friend.
And you know soon they can we ba me review.
They cannot be trusted. Look, a Vodafone assembly. You Haruna Idrisu, he led the demonstration.
One charge to Vodafone.
Yes.
You mean?
Yes.
Okay.
Sir, no worker will be sacked. Apart from that, no, that deal like Yewrakufo, they even allege say Yewrakufo could try the WC so on the bathroom. And no science contract no. Ama ye terminate and I say yes ye ton sa company no. Into omo ba ombe review. I remember very well. You were Haruna Idrisu, they were wearing t-shirt red. And omo lead the demonstration. Omo ba ombe review. Omo ba and what happened? The same applies to Ameri. MPP catchers omo ba they will review it. Omo ba and what happened? They went to Dubai to spend money. Nothing has happened as we speak. They even came and in fact reviewed, so-called reviewed. Omo Emma the number of years and nanka power they extended it.
But I think I'm married in 5 years now since see abaya Ghana but say build or trade transfer.
But you have to formally take over. Abino is unable to do it as at now.
Oh, really? Now, yet me I relocate to Kumasi.
There be a car power in the Kumasi.
Car power in the Kumasi, no, I'm married. But still, I'm married in 5 years now, so
in January, and Mama Esther Abino asked for some grace period.
Okay.
The grace period, Numuna, your way. Abino has not formally told us
So what you are my aji abed.
This my travel as Timamufo na sabi politicians, which I am one. I am an activist. Member.
You are not an activist. Now you have told me that you are a national organizer for
LPG. So I'm saying, sir, my dadam, you are Ajako, then Minister for Energy.
Okay.
And send me on another issue. He behaved like Jewra Okovanda for Tama, Malcolm, Adani Buyena. Yeah, he said, why not a year my permit no man, but I say he was not in office at the time. Once I had the swap, you are the Minister for Energy. Now they gave that position to you because they believe in you, and as a Ghanaians believe in you, say you can defend the people of this country. This is what cabinet meeting. Now say almost say this and that are the reasons why you see a contract. Now say what share. Now say that particular contract you in to the benefit of Ghana. You should stand your ground and even resign on that particular aspect. Yeroku Jetua Blakwa resign from the appointment committee for reasons best known to some of us. No. You see,
why can't we approve it?
I agree with the fact to say about from an LPG bar, we will also review it and prosecute.
Oh, in fact,
we don't owe anybody anything because so what I'm saying is that we'll prosecute all those people who are involved. We will not leave anyone. Yes, but it is two of them who have been playing these games. There should be a third person who will say that I will really prosecute these people because a car ball member.
Thank you. It's counting. What's the problem? One sign contract papa near chum na the car bar. I'm one sign a press conference.
Yeah,
what's the problem?
The review na minia organizer eka ho asem. Yenka see be review contract bi. I say omo terminate omo Ghana aboka no. Say your last point. We'll look into how come we got into that level.
But you're not going to where you went then.
No. In the first place, contract in the first place, contract dubious nature. What contract go into the termination basis. No, almost see company need license. So I'm best set up the plant no have. 2, need building permit. 3, need financial friends to do it. San your mommy and Sawi. And the basis for the termination of the contractor Amayaboka 170 million. Where in the document, the agreement, and no more ye say Ghana beboka to such and such amount in Tino. Government have taken the decision to terminate the appointment. Number 1, even if it is true, so we need building permit. Building permit, engine or World Bank.
And your building, a permit some of the pan because I was saying when you free energy commission, I think many honorable John number. And I'm saying, I'll say, I no credit. So, I was saying, Nipanidi kind be ne steady so say be answer then we'll give the person.
The point is that Yenjin or World Bank, Yenjin or
Ghana.
So, if Abino, knowing very well, say termination of any contract comes with a penalty. Abino should know before or taking a move to terminate any contract. Know that. There is a possibility that Ghana may incur some cost. Did Abino consider that to know now, how much?
Did you consider say yeah permits and some?
No,
in as much as I near emergency no, here and problem.
Me because of time, I don't want to start from an angle. Come, honorable titles Glover say, we move document no more. Did they look at all these things before they approve? But at least some news item viewer. Let me try to see if I can read it before. That is from Graphic Online, 21st April 2020. Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh and a address a energy meeting 2021
you said
April 2021 graphic online I think on a certain point he made mention the last 3 paragraphs of it was say on the power purchase agreement the PPA I can was MCCA currently being negotiated with independent power producers. Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh observed that the challenge had been that these were negotiated in an emergency at a time that the nation had fallen on hard times and therefore meant we were in a weaker position to negotiate in our favor. Matthew Opoku Prempeh, a member of parliament like Honorable Titus was, and the parliament in a passing at that particular moment because it was an emergency. There were certain things that probably they overlooked it. A people timia the building permit is even though unnibi say but we can still go ahead and sign the contract whilst we go ahead to get you the building permit for you to start the process. And so if Abino by and they decide to say okay, let us look into the agreements our government and assign and renegotiate it up. On this basis, me and some way, how do you terminate a contract?
No, so after so by how many years na dia still na onya aqua permit?
Why?
GPGC phone.
Na unim say omo building. Do you know that at the end of building? Yep, yento ni permit at the end of building.
Okay.
Nipa na oya at the end of terminate no. Nipa na shasi and infidie ni bibia gu ha yeah. So in the first place, arbitration, you know, the judgment, you know, omama cost. Omama even mobilization to a site who cost me then a building to 170 ajuma in 5 years Ghana ye be spending $90-something million a year. You terminate it for us to go and pay $170 million. Does it make sense? And here we are, the Attorney General comes in and wants to justify. Now, justifier, you are talking about say almost sign dubious contract. I want them to tell me which part of the contract they dubious. But in any case, the decision that cabinet took for terminating that contract, a idea say cabinet Attorney General mo equal to the arbitration and further to the court to put out our defense as to why it was necessary for us to terminate the contract. And can you baby away? How does the NDC come in? Well, yeah. How are we where we are? Because at the end, the response to the court, was that COVID-19 and I meet the deadline after the arbitration. My judgment, you ask for a certain period. So a period near the man went to me and then meeting. What's our crime? Yes, I am another extension. Yeah, me say if these decisions to terminate the contract in the interest of Ghana, will we struggle to send a response to the court to defend as to why you terminate the contract? Should we struggle? Adding, some media say may buy you TV. Most of my member for certain reasons. I want to say, Mama Yami, now what that genuine reason? Would you struggle to come and tell the whole world that Yami didn't come because of A, B, and C? Then Attorney General comes to tell me, say, hi, will be like me, Minim Crown, when you say there were some international lawyers in the MPP. In Krabia, father, one of the lawyers, say, he doesn't only practice in Ghana, he can practice outside Ghana. Why then do you need the former Prime Minister of the UK to go and defend your case? The government didn't have any basis to terminate this contract. And probably Omufi said they could have used their incumbency to intimidate this company, say a terminating contract, forgetting that they have the right to seek redress. So okay, at the end in a or more termination notice. They see they responded. I'm buying the catch say no, it's wrong. Even the PPA doesn't even have the right to terminate the agreement. So in the first place, encophobia or no more. For more personal interest in Ghana, baby, how do you bring in the NDC at this moment? NDC, where is the dubious nature of the contract? And so dubious nature, no, why? of course, yet yes, say we are still talking about an Airbus issue. Anyway, but in the Airbus issue, what happened is that you think of one for means be the contract in Ghana. Is that not the basis of it? Court no final or more wrong, not only in Ghana but other countries. So if Kofowe Edward means be to dupe Ghana, the court would have ruled against them as they have been ruling against several international arbitrations. So where is the dubious? Ekoye, na anya and sound well to them, and for that matter, the arbitration, I mean, ruled against them, and a defense to why they shouldn't rule in that favor. And the amount more time, and that time no elapse almost an extension, some additional 8 days extension, which they failed to give a reason. And the last day, no, I meet 25th day out of the 28 days. No, they went in there to say, COVID-19, now may answer response. And the court said it didn't make sense.
Okay,
I know they are making 2 minutes
now. Can you no, mami? Say, Abaya opesikaye FSHS, opesikaye aquine, opesikaye all the developments are all can wansem. A dear ne ni interest to say, unim say, I don't know, a work agreement in him. Say in case you say you chemwa, you back off arbitration, base, judgment debt or and I know when you dedicate judgment debt. And I buy so cason crown pay judgment debt before Beba Pawana. Into what would be his interests until be chat adia as when you home say the beya a case beba.
And his interest is that on one Casano didn't even know the na oil and was trying to find a certain reason against the NDC. And Tessa, ya me see. Say if no, apart from that, say if company need building
or the NDC who China and the Bema or Minashi Casa.
No, office or moving on mine. Office or moving on mine come to Sana Mowi. When we're telling Ghanaians the MP before they didn't think about the nation, man for to me more. Ghanaians didn't understand. And therefore more to do more 1 year crown the ecoso. In young 2 years to do more. And but the point is that Adiana and we are saying that negligence of duty is also punishable under our law. And for the Attorney General and his people to sit down to watch us, Naya lose 170 million. Not only are we going to pay as a nation, but when we the NDC come, those who negligently allowed Ghana to incur this cost, we'll look into their matter and see where we'll take them to. That is as simple as ABC.
Thank you.
NDC
10 minutes now, sorry. Said the you know, me sure son of Becca so very bad. It's 222, then we close. Pachoji 2 minutes, 52 to 54 you are done. Yeah, nee.
Work or sign contracts.
Honorable, what can fear 2 times?
Oh, that can fear, sir. And I know what him.
Yeah. Attorney General say, or per se, or shall sim. None of this one watching ones are. What is your fear? Someone himself when you're bonny beer. Who's someone? I mean, why are you scared? Why are you scared? And you are ranting all over the place. Or see your person shot the NTA bar say, what to me sign, take or pay contracts. 3 companies, my dear sister. 3 companies, $958 million. And we here, finance minister, etia. You should say, as so then the buyer must say, I contract now. I don't know what was that. NPP government, yeah, first second towards the go judgment date. I will say, yes, establish we have clearly. Namuntia say, and near any instance say, diatom. Mudamutu trust. Namuka say, hey. You show in the touch of the ya or you was that your idea cat and there was a pescabi put do be from Guo, near Kutu Guanzo, Faguanzo, near Fescan. We will not do that. We will never do that under Akufado's government. But the Abano, a addition di Mayena. The Abano, a addition at the Maye. But clearly, the American they are trying to say, even though we need energy, to transform this country, Honorable Matiopoku Brempe Otuwe, Pembia or so faso, na Oshe, na nyame wohwa, and this for year, and this way dia bayano, met Sredon to the Wasi. No chum yepa. No chum yepa, because Ninjidi Pase, Council General, see Attorney General Nanemwa, or Kodi Assembly Mayano, or cause Sabi, or unprepared no Godi Yawufo. But unfortunately, the argument or the cause or the strongest idea Mayano, and no dear bad say. And your best seriously, it is not in our interest. Sir,
2 minutes now.
Not in our interest.
Because I thought it was 52. Thank you.
Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
It makes him feel some way. I don't know why he's laughing.
Because what my brother
unfortunately, sorry.
What does he? Because and this is a press conference. They hardly holding a press conference for me. It's never in order there.
Thank you.
So Omani Boka, I was here quite chilly. Young Chokwa and Baswa Ima Akabon a buyer. And decision be energy ministry at the time. You take it to save the interests of Ghana. A Kahuna Yabo for Zenezo. Who do it and save the interests of this country?
For you 3 minutes.
Yeah,
I don't have a choice. Okay.
Time I buy in a cabinet, a take a decision, say, or more terminate our contract. So they didn't consider, say, Oma or Mobama, because yeah, but terminating it means that there was something wrong. It is a arbitration and a winning a case, no. And Ghana, Yentia, a Kabia or Enti and Kayan Fishe or more or more sign contract lead to the termination of the contract. Enti na yakwa yabuatia because Abani couldn't give a defense as to why Intia or yeah, and not that one my defense or my defense, but court and said the defense didn't make sense. The idea we pan a Ujina so they are terminating contract and there you don't have a basis. And into what terminating one, going to go to 170 million. A facility and here 90 something million, less than 100 million. Ebe yewi na Ghana a use one. Yeah, terminating Ikutia 170. Only for you to come and tell me that yeah, Baba show more sign a contract and ye coco drew baby then. Yeah, one. Hey, are we serious as a country? To me is no. The point is that MPP for Aqua could take a decision, and the decision is that agreement I sign, you are terminating today. Mati Jako saying say when the dust settles, we'll hear his side of the story. And then the Attorney General is running away to say that time now a day case no court no now you appointed as a minister, and for that matter, you know, when to me I'm put in there. I know the reason why it's delay the idea no a comma one general to go one yantimia meeting at the time. All these things are loose defense. The point is that Ghana boka 170 million because of negligence, because of selfish interest, because of the MPP's self-thinking nature, not Ghana. No, ma take it. Me time no. Me man time I'm sure.
I want to say 55.
Sir. Hey. And your time now running temper.
Hey, me no. O dia boni pona me nko asade ho no.
The point is that MPP are down romantic. Now the Danko Akufu are down romantic. Ghana boka $170 million. It's as simple as it is.
Ejatano. But your work time no eso na we twa so na ma
58 by my time. Maybe a second
yes.
I cannot tell. There maybe Sani say what are the reasons? Edian Botayenti na say aban ba kun fi aban ko na for bar. Omo ye reviews of various contracts. Before say aban ba kun ebe ko amafofra ba no. Omo hia eye handing over note na ngoma nyina e kire wo say ade we ne Botayeni so omo nyina trust na handing over now. But because ye election we see ourselves, and I said those political parties, NPP and others, they see themselves as enemies. Otherwise, idea who here say Palmer Abano. I didn't know more person more terminate, and I said more person more review a year who be beer. More free a funny say, idea more here, say you who say problem say never. Into moment young fafa kwa sank or mommy no at the education minister or friend other former education ministers, and no more trans. said the ewura Harry Court so what trans one of frɛ other mayors on omo trans dins our so no and kebe boy but what are the reasons obi nim say contract wey asen crofo bi edidi wo ho it is a review na so office anka e be beneficial to abano or manocropa would you go ahead then you review the people who did it na say punishment be what the mom what their mom what are the use of the and also what is the use of the fast track court ne friend say causing financial loss to the state. What has it become of it? You implement the thing as far as and I say a bebua Ghana for implement it and go ahead to prosecute those people. When we say a friend say and Oracle for Abreso, almost affordable housing, I say. Almost see a could do baby and this buy or more my yet as I say. Or more located a dynama or more and no more drivers din the Google into a month to us as we speak a good Sa pepe person and this so by many other areas almost here. Sa pepe a good modern Ghana for him. These are the basis under which yeah two abanasi a share sanko from you and people in this. Now yeah two abayi I'm not politicizing it. But these issues are normal and kebe Ghana. E kana ye twam e kana betri so emwaye and can no be no transit. Sa dia mo ye ne den ne be ye. But don't forget their friends so. Why would you sideline those who signed the contract? Who wanted that thing to be implemented? What prevents you from sitting with them and ensuring, say, it will benefit Ghana, but not a selfish individual interest?
Thank you. Wow, more time no me da say. Me da ra no mo ase no do abo pepe penti abusua aha ena na de Nsroma ye dibesi. Me da Honorable Daniel Nikwate Titus Clover, former MP Tema East and former Deputy Minister of Transport ase. Sa ena me da Honorable Joseph Yami, former Ashanti Regional Secretary NDC, former Deputy Minister Ashanti Region and then Ministry of Youth and Sports. Yehu na chepa wa sha se die you GD say onko break bi na yada yenu abema yawo asanitano our national organizer Emma LPG Liberal Party of Ghana and so asiano pay se omude omonhima da agye ne ebre ne bi FM ye ene yen ebedi nkomo yi ya ye ne KJB entimonso monto aso omofie mu na ye to adwene no na ye nyina ye boa ni achechire oman Ghana. May that tribe said as say so titi miti homa minti so penwi e kama ebe chama ebe fata wo de be ko all locations a tribe said or Spinkters Pachona friend 020 00995933 020 00995933 na tribe said on sort you out papa emom se wo bo braid dia oh menu abeme Adis Mafiwo Dansuman Banana in Adis Beauty, the king of breed, Bema Obochi Fefefe. Eyanoma konwa kubumuti amamewate. Mafio pa enche mebu miti. Pacho yakuna meni midamwasi. Yakram.